Hello and welcome to today's chat about mental health. It's going to be short and sweet today because there's also something else that I'd like to direct you to. So today we're going to talk about buttons and snakes. Now I know you're going to be thinking, what on earth have buttons and snakes got to do with mental health? Well, let me tell you. I was training up in London about a year ago, and we were talking about phobias and fears, and a couple of guys sitting next to each other, and one said, I've got a phobia of snakes. Now generally we can understand that, even if we don't have that phobia ourselves, it's understandable. The chap sitting next to him said, I've got a phobia of buttons. Now, as he said it, there was a little giggle that went through the room, people doing a bit of a checking him out. Oh, what are you wearing? Who dressed you this morning? That sort of thing. And he said, yeah, I know it's funny. Everybody always laughs, but I would rather be in a pit of snakes than a pit of buttons. Now, the moral of the story is that the end result, the way they both felt, would have been exactly the same if exposed to their fear or phobia. One of the problems when we're trying to support people who are experiencing poor mental health is that we try to understand why they're feeling the way they're feeling. If you don't have a fear of a certain thing, how can you begin to even conceive of why somebody else might have a fear or a phobia about something? The most important thing to remember is I don't have to understand why, I have to understand what's happening for the person. So the next time you're faced with something and you think, seriously, you're bothered about that? I'd like you to think buttons and snakes. It will really help you to engage with the other person and not make judgments around your own personal frame of reference. So before you go, I would like to just direct you to another little clip that I'm going to put up on my channel. It was filmed by a young lady for Mind a few years ago, and it's about the taboo around antidepressants. The reason I'd like you to have a look at this is because the Office for National Statistics released this week data to show that twice the amount of adults are experiencing symptoms of depression this year than they were at the same time last year. So we're often very fearful and worried about the taboos around taking medicines for our mental health. And I would just like you to have a look at this because it really does help to break down some of that stigma and support understanding of how medicines can actually help us at times of need. Thank you for listening, and I look forward to seeing you next time.